This is Tally reporting to you from Builder.com from the 2009 West Coast Green Conference in San Francisco. And I'm here with Adam from Ethos. And their company actually provides financing for renewable energy projects and something that's actually very, very critical in today's economy. So, Adam, can you tell us a little bit more about the general situation in today's economy as far as getting financing for renewable energy projects?
Absolutely. Thank you, Tally. Right now, for renewable energy developers, as we refer to them, there are tremendous amounts of cash payments that are available through the federal government, state, and local utilities. But those payments only come into play after a project is installed. So there's a critical funding gap, which we call the project finance stage, and that's the gap that we fill. So we employ what's called as an asset-backed or a collateral-based loan. So we provide debt financing to these projects up front, and the payments that they qualify for are actually our repayment strategy.
So how does what your company does actually compare to what a PPA does?
PPAs are just a different form of financing where they're leveraging the value of the power purchase agreement. And what we do is again, the reason that financing and tax equity financing has been the way that these projects have been deployed is because there was really no other financing mechanisms out there. Today, what we have and what makes the Ethos Fund very unique is that we identify other benefits that are created by the installation of these projects that have a monetary value to them. So there could be the renewable energy credit, the REC credit, the power purchase agreement is one. There are pass-through depreciation that's associated with the project. But first and foremost, we have a very large percent of the project now comes back to us in cash payments from federal, state, and local utilities. And so what we do is we advance those funds, making the capital available up front so that developers can actually install the project and at that point qualify for those funds.
So how large scale of a company or project would I have to have in order to qualify for a loan through you guys?
So we don't work with individual homeowners. What we do is we serve a commercial. It could be either a commercial campus, it could be a kind of an office building, or a grocery store, or a school, or something like that, or it could be bundled residential. What we've found is a lot of energy developers would like to land the larger commercial transactions, but because there's so little financing available, they're few and far between. So the way they stay afloat is they go out and they do several individual residential transactions. And so what we were able to do is provide them with a one-stop shop and say, okay, for the next 10 or 20 or 50 homes that you're going to install, we'll provide the financing for those projects. So we can serve our borrowers we can provide them with a variety of financing products as it relates to their needs right now. And
what size of installation were you talking about?
Generally, well, an individual home could be 2-3 kilowatts to otherwise I would say 10 to 500 kilowatt in production is really where we look, and that really would translate to anywhere between $250,000 minimum to $1 million right now is what we're looking at.
If I was a contractor and I have a project within that range, how would I go about possibly securing a loan through you guys?
You would go to our website, theethosfund.com, and there's a borrower tab there, and there's all sorts of information that would just give you some understand the basic process associated with it. But otherwise, you'd pick up the phone and contact our operations guy, Larry Ferris, and he would walk you through it and ask you the questions that are needed, and not very dissimilar to applying for any sort of a loan, other than we can give you a very quick yes or a very quick no.
Okay, Adam. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
This is Tally reporting to you from 2009 West Coast Green Conference in San Francisco. Thank you for watching.